Tell me about the book. What was the idea behind this?
Well, as a pastor, helping people, I answer a lot of questions, we do a lot of counseling, and tried to finally write down a lot of the things that we've been teaching together, my wife and I, Grace, for many years, as well as some of our own story, mistakes we've made, things we've learned, trying to help people.
There's a lot of sex in this book.
The first half of the book is on marriage, primarily around friendship, which is a big idea that's important, and then the second half is around sex.
But it moves quite quickly from friendship into sex. I mean, unusually for a man of cloth, you're keen on it.
Well, I think if you're married, you should enjoy one another, and it helps to safeguard the marriage from all kinds of problems. Yeah.
Only in marriage?
Only in marriage. That's the biblical position,
So
yes.
you never had sex before marriage?
I did, and I was wrong. I had sex until I became a Christian. I became a Christian at age 19. And I'd be the first to say, I'm not trying to throw stones at people or pretend that I've done it all right. I was sexually active, and then I became a Christian, and reading the Bible realized I shouldn't be sexually active, so I stopped.
But for people watching this, especially younger people, for example, they'll be saying, well, it's all right for you. You had all this sex till you were 19.
Well, it wasn't a lot of sex.
Then you got born again, so you sort of sowed your wild oats, and then you become a born-again virgin. But for them, you're trying to punish them. They can't have anything.
Well, I think ultimately sex is best reserved for marriage. And I think if you look at the statistics of sexual assault, sexual abuse, sexually transmitted diseases, there's a lot of people that are suffering too.
A lot of sexual abuse in marriages.
10 to 14%.
A lot of very unhappy marriages.
Yeah.
1 in 3 roughly ends in divorce.
Yeah, it depends on how you cut the statistics.
But pretty much. I mean, you wouldn't contest that. I mean, marriage is
in a rough state.
What is surprising and what is contentious is that you think that women should play a more submissive role than perhaps the average modern woman would like to. In the sense that if the man wants to have sex at any time...
I don't believe that. I don't believe... What I do believe is...
Well, you do pretty well say that.
No, what we say is that a couple should serve one another, love one another in the context of friendship, and that means sometimes he serves her, sometimes she serves him, and that's really the context of the friendship in and out of the bedroom. But no, I don't believe that a man should be boorish or bully or boss his wife, and that if he just gives an order, then she's supposed to go ahead and do that, because that's very abusive.
Do you think, given you're so traditional, do you think a woman's place is really at home looking after children?
I think it depends on the woman, it depends on the family. There's a lot of circumstances. I mean...
Many Catholics don't agree with contraception.
Yeah.
What's your position on it?
Yeah, we do have a section in there on contraception, and I hold a more Protestant position that contraception is not always sinful. So, though I love and appreciate Catholics, and I was Catholic for many years, I wouldn't hold that position. For me, honestly, it goes back to the Bible, and I'm trying to look at biblical principles and be faithful to the Scriptures. And for me, I couldn't have become a priest because, the vow of lifelong celibacy wouldn't have really worked for me. And so I don't see contraception as necessarily sinful in all cases, yeah.